There really is a problem with how we think about vision in church today. I can't believe how many churches have done strategic planning processes that really have borne little fruit. I'm amazed at how many churches use the language of a church conference or something they read in a book to describe what God is doing in their church. And yet I believe God is doing something cosmically significant and locally specific in your church. I think it's time to raise the bar on clarity and vision today. And I think it's time for leaders to grab a hold of some tools that can help them get to a new place. Our congregations are desperately hungry for something that transcends the people, the programs, all the nuts and bolts of how you do church, to see God's stunningly unique vision for their congregation. And it's really not that hard to do it if you have the right tools and can set the table with the right people, with the right conversations. That's why I'm excited about this vision kit that Group Publishing is bringing to you.
I'll never forget when I graduated from seminary, one of the most impactful books that I read was The Purpose-Driven Church. But I'll confess to you that after I read Rick Warren's book, I really wanted to have a church that was like Rick Warren's. But after I read Church Unique and engaged in this process of what it means to have your own identity, I wanted to have a deeper understanding of my own church.
We were the kind of church that you could probably describe as a conference church, where we would run off to the next conference and see what they're doing, and then we would come back and try and implement those things for our church. And consequently, what was happening is we were doing a lot of things that other people were doing, but we were never really looking at how we were uniquely gifted as a church ourselves and the way that the Spirit of God had really imprinted on us.
What is God bringing to us in terms of clarity to our particular team? What's He doing in our church, in our community, and so that we can head in a direction together?
To say that there's something God has made me to do that 10,000 others can't, to say that my church is as unique as a snowflake or a grain of sand.
We were able to come to a real clear sense of how we wanted to try to accomplish the mission that we've always sought to accomplish. We guys distilled down to a nice, clear picture. It's the triangle that we call worship plus 2, worshiping, growing, and serving.
Our strategy icon is simply know, grow, and go.
Around here we say we worship, discover, and share. Those 3 icons, images of increasing filling with water, communicate the strategy of our church.
What I love most about Church Unique is the clarity piece. Being able to tie your mission and your vision together and present that to your people in a way that helps them really understand the direction that the church is going.
And just having that icon, just having that picture, just having those words, those handles, worship plus 2, has helped people to leave here saying, okay, now I know what we're trying to accomplish.
A couple weeks ago, someone came to our church, a new person, and asked our worship pastor, tell me a little bit about your mission. And he said he was able to go on, for several minutes talking about it, and he felt so good because he felt like he had the tools to do that, and it was something that he owned. It's something that he believed in, and he didn't feel like he could have done that before.
24 years of me being in this church, this has been the best thing that we have ever done, and I would encourage you to consider going through the Church Unique process.
And I'm a big fan. Whenever I talk about it, I encourage people. It was one of the greatest investments we could make as a church, and I encourage them to do the same.
We have seen God do just some amazing things because now we have focus, we have vision, we have clarity. We know why we're alive. We know why God has ordained us for this very moment, and we're laser focused on the vision God has given us.